Good morning, hippie knitters. How are you? I'm good. I've got my coffee. Needs to heat it up a little bit though. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's a little chilly. It's only in like the 30s or 40s, but the sun is out and it is gorgeous. If the lighting is weird, I'm sorry. I tried to make it so that it wasn't glaring too bad or putting me in too much shade or whatever. Not that you want to see every single detail of my face anyhow, but yeah, it's a beautiful day. And if it's not morning where you are, then good afternoon, good evening, whatever. It's morning here, so hello. So welcome back to the Knitty Hippie vlog. For those that don't know me, I am the Knitty Hippie, or Michelle, whatever you want to call me. Thank you for coming to my channel. I hope that you'll keep coming back and watching more videos. For those of you, for the 3 or 4 people that watched my channel, thank you for coming back. Please share my videos and tell people about me. I don't expect to get famous or be, fancy or have like a fancy set or anything like that. I just want to talk about fiber arts and the things I love and things that hopefully you guys will share an interest in and want to hear about. So today, I want to talk to you guys about something that is kind of an obsession for me. Those that know me know that it's a little ridiculous how much I love it, but I have an obsession with Disney. I love it. I love Disney World, Disneyland, Disney movies, Disney songs, everything Disney. For those that don't know, I have been singing since I was 3. I did the whole thing, the, musicals and choir and show choir and talent shows and competitions and voice lessons, everything. I'm a trained singer. Like, it wasn't just something that I did for fun at karaoke night, but I do love karaoke. So it was something that I was also obsessed with. My whole world revolved around being able to be in choir and join every competition I could. So it was something I loved doing from the age of 3. I was pretty little when I started singing and driving my entire family crazy. So when I was little, growing up in the 80s and 90s, I watched a lot of Disney movies. And as you know, they have lots of singing and music in them. And they're just, it was something magical for me. And I could see myself singing for a Disney movie. I could see myself voicing one of the characters or a Disney princess and singing Disney songs like as a career. So I think I was probably 8 or 9. I decided that's what I was going to do with the rest of my life. I was going to sing for Disney movies. Kind of an unrealistic dream, I know, but it was a goal I was working towards and I was excited about it. So I focused on that and I got accepted into college to study musical performance and voice. And so I started at college. It got to a point, I didn't even finish because it got to a point where it was expensive. I couldn't afford it. I couldn't get student loans because I was young and I didn't really have any credit or anything. And because I had parents that were, divorced and married to other people. I had a lot of parents, which is a lot of different incomes that have to be included to apply for the student loans. And so they claimed that my family made too much money, even though, we weren't rich or anything like that. We were just a normal middle-class family. And so I couldn't get student loans. And so I had to work which is fine. I worked from the age of 15 on, but I had to work full time and just make whatever money I could, but that money just wasn't enough to pay for my classes. So I dropped out and I met my husband. Actually, I was still in college when I first met him, and I was kind of at the end of my rope as far as, as far as the college would extend any more credit to me to pay for classes or whatever. So I dropped out, and then, like I said, I met my husband. We had a baby. I became a mom and I became a wife, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm perfectly happy with my family. I love my kids. I love my husband. I'm glad that it turned out the way it did, just because I can't imagine not being a mom. But I definitely miss performing. It's something that I love, and I love singing. So now I sing for my kids. I sing karaoke, all that fun stuff. But back to the Disney princess thing, that's what I wanted to do. And kind of tied into that same thing, I was a little obsessed with Disney World. I wanted to go all the time, and I used to ask my parents all the time when I was a little kid, you know, can I go to Disney World? You know, because I'd see the commercials and stuff like that. So when I was 15, my mom and stepdad took my little brother and I to Disney World, and it was magical. It was everything I wanted it to be and more, and I wanted to go back every single year after that. I wished I could live there. It was kind of a dream come true, as silly as that sounds to some people. That was my dream. So after that, I was determined when I was an adult and I had my own money that I would go back. Obviously, it's expensive to go to Disney World, and so I had to work really hard and save for it. So in 1999, that's how old I am. When I was 19 years old, I had paid for a trip to go to Disney World with an ex-boyfriend. We broke up. I canceled the trip. We didn't get to go. But it's okay because I met my husband after that, and we're still together almost 20 years later. And so when we had our oldest, Kyle, in 2004, gosh, that seems so long ago. I can't believe I'm a 14-year-old. We had him in 2004, and then in 2005, my biological mother, if you don't know, I was adopted as a child, as a little tiny baby. I was adopted by my aunt and uncle, who I call mom and dad. So my mom and dad adopted me when I was a baby, but I do have biological family that I know them because I was adopted by family. I've been able to keep in touch and get to know my real mom and everything, which is fantastic. So my biological mom, Becky, and her husband, my stepdad, Clay, were kind enough to take my husband and my oldest son and I to Disney World in 2005. It was my first trip back to Disney World since I was 15. So I didn't really remember a whole lot when I went when I was 15. I mean, I remember I had a good time, and I have pictures, but I was excited to go back and to share it with my husband and my child. So even though Kyle was little, he was only a little over 1, he still had fun, and there's still lots of rides that he was able to ride. So it worked out, and it just kind of became an obsession after that. Even more so. So we would go every couple years, either with Becky and Clay. We went with my sister and her husband and their kids. We went just as a family with my husband and I, and our oldest. And then when our middle child came along, who's 6 now, we had went with them. And it's something that we could do as a family and that we all loved. So this fall, I am going with Kyle, my teenager. He is turning 15. Whew, I will have a 15-year-old. Wow. It's hard to believe that I am old enough to have a 15-year-old. Don't mind me. My allergies, as usual. I have pretty severe allergies, and spring is here now, and this is the worst time for me for my allergies. So forgive me for the itching and the sneezing and the fidgeting. Anyway, so Kyle and I are going to Disney World. Yay! I'm excited. We're going to go for his 15th birthday. So we're going to go, his birthday is the 17th. So we're going to be there that week. And I couldn't be more excited. I am so lucky that I get to go, and that my husband is nice enough to stay home with the little ones and take care of them, because I have a 6-year-old and a 1-year-old. So he's going to stay home and take care of them so that Kyle and I can go. I've been pumping lots of breast milk and just preparing for the trip. We've been making things. We've been getting shirts together and just fun little outfits and planning the whole trip. We've already been able to make dining reservations. We get to eat at Be Our Guest, which is the Beauty and the Beast themed restaurant. And I am so excited about that. We've never eaten there. So we've just been planning like crazy, and we are so excited. So in today's vlog, I wanted to talk about something still fiber art related. I wanted to talk about Disney ears. So I'm sure you've seen them, and I think I showed you the ones that I crocheted on this channel before in an older video. I can't remember, but I think I did. So, but anyway, so Disney ears. They're Mickey or Minnie ears that people get, and you know, you wear them around the parks or whatever, and they're usually themed to something, which is fantastic. So anyway, they're really cool to have. They have so many different varieties, but they can get really expensive. I'm not saying they aren't worth the price. They're definitely worth the price if you do collect Disney ears or if you love Disney World, but we're on a budget. We're a family of 5, and so, you know, we needed to make this trip affordable, and we decided, you know, why not make our own ears? I know how to sew. I know how to knit and crochet. Kyle is very crafty and can come up with some really cool designs. So I was like, shoot, let's just make our own. It'll save us money. And it really has. It's been a lot cheaper to make our own, and we can make them exactly the way we want them and exactly the theme that we want with, you know, instead of buying them. And there are some amazing ones on Etsy that people have made themselves, and they're anywhere from $25 to, you know, $75 or more. People have very elaborate designs of Disney ears that they make. So you can go on Etsy if you don't want to make your own and look, but I encourage you to try making your own if you are crafty, because it's been a lot of fun. So the first set that I'm going to show you, like I said, I think I showed these on my channel before, but these are crocheted, and these are Beauty and the Beast themed ears, and I will come a little closer here in a second and show you. So the yarn is yarn that I already had. It's all, this one is a bulk, I think it's an Aran weight or a bulky yarn. I want to say Aran weight. And then the rest is just worsted weight yarns. So it's yarn that I already had in my stash. It was leftovers from other projects. There's, you know, yellow and a really light yellow, kind of cream, red, brown. There's a navy blue right here, which you'll see when I get closer. Just yarn I had left over. So I didn't have to buy any yarn for this one. And then the headband, I got at the dollar store. So I paid $1 for these ears, technically, just because I had the leftover yarn. And they were super easy to make. I found a pattern on Etsy where a lady had crocheted her own mini ears. And so this is an adapted version of her pattern. Like, I kind of changed it to fit my needs and what I was going for. But I will link in the description box to her pattern. So that way, if you can't figure it out on your own, then you have her pattern to go by, because it is helpful. It really was helpful for the base. So I can't remember the name of the pattern right now or the Etsy shop. I'm sorry, but I will put it below so that you can see it because she deserves credit. So these are my Beauty and the Beast ears. Let me come a little closer here for you. So there you go. This one is yellow, and this is to represent Belle's dress. Don't mind my crazy hair today. It's a hot mess. So these are to represent, this represents Belle's dress because she has a yellow dress in the ballroom when she's dancing with Beast. And it's 2 pieces. So there's a back and a front. And then you just kind of whip them together and attach them together on these edges here. And then there's a red rose in the middle here on my bow to fit the rose from Beauty and the Beast. And then these represent the Beast. So this is his fur. And I just kind of untwisted yarn and just kind of brushed it a little bit. And then there's blue here in the middle to represent his tux from when he was dancing with Belle in the ballroom. So there's those. So I crocheted the ears, crocheted the bow and the rose. And I just looked up on Ravelry how to crochet a rose because I had never done that before. Super easy, super easy. And there was a free pattern on Ravelry that tells you how to do it. There's a pattern on Ravelry. Ugh. Trying not to sneeze. Please excuse me. Anyway, there was a pattern on Ravelry for the bow, for everything. So then after I was done, I literally just hot glue gunned them onto the headband. That's it. Done. Boom. See? Easy. Easy peasy. I love them. Belle is my favorite Disney princess. I don't know if I said that already, but she is. So I decided to make Beauty and the Beast. So there you go. What do you think? Let me know below if you like these. Pretty cool, huh? All right. So there's my first pair. And those are the only ones that I have that are crocheted. The rest I did with fabric. Well, almost all of them I did with fabric. And they're sewn. And again, this is a fiber arts related channel. So if you don't want to hear about sewing and you don't want to hear about these, go ahead and turn off the video. I won't be offended. But this is still something crafty that I think all of you can do. And you can even make knitted ears. There's so many possibilities to make your own ears. So this next one is, it's a little bit different because it's more crafty than fiber arts. So I cheated a little bit on this one because I bought the bow for it because it was on clearance at Target and it was $1. And it was a hair bow with a little clip on it. I just removed the clip from the back and I hot glue gunned it onto the headband. So I didn't sew the bow on this one, so I kind of cheated a little bit. But again, I didn't really spend a lot of money. So here is, if I can get it on here, there we go. So this is my pin trading ears. That's what I'm calling them. So they are made out of cork. Look at that. Pretty cool, right? Matches my hair. Anyway, so these are my pin trading ears. I found these cork, I believe that they want you to use them for coasters. I found them at Michael's at the craft store. And they were just little round cork that came with a set of 4. Like I said, I think they wanted you to make like coasters out of them. But what I did was I took the 4 that were in the pack and I hot glue gunned them together to make this thickness of ear. I bought 2 packs and they were $2 a piece, or $2 per pack of 4. So I spent $4 on the cork, and then I bought the ribbon, which was $1.50. And I just got like shiny ribbon. So after I hot glue gunned the cork together and let that dry, then what I did was I took, I just have a rotary cutter that I use to cut fabric, and I use that rotary cutter to shape the cork to the same shape as the headband so that I could hot glue gun it onto the headband easily. So then I hot glue gunned it where I wanted it on the headband, just right down there. And then I took the ribbon that I got, this sparkly ribbon, and I just hot glue gunned it along the edge of both ears to kind of cover up the edge of the cork and to make it look nice. And then I took this is a ribbon from Cat and Jack at Target. It's a children's clothing brand. And like I said, it was on the clearance rack for $1. I took the clip off the back and hot glue gunned it onto the headband. Bam, done. Got the headband. These are just, again, plastic headbands. This one has little teeth on it so that it doesn't slide as much because these are a little bit heavier. They're not too bad though, considering that I have cork on top of my head. But I'm spending probably $10, like if that. And then because it's cork, you can put the pins in it that you get for pin trading at Disney World. So this is the back. You can put them in the back as well. Pretty cool, right? I thought they were neat. I thought it was a neat idea. I saw it, I think, on Pinterest. So at Disney World, you can trade pins. You can go up to any cast member and trade pins that you've bought or that someone's given you. And if you have a pin that you get and you're like, I don't like it so much, you can go to any cast member and trade pins. There are different little locations within the park that you can get pins and trade pins with other people. But if you walk up to a cast member and say, may I see your pins? Then they have to trade with you. It's kind of like a requirement, like a fun little thing that they like to do. So a lot of people wear a lanyard and then they put the pins on that. Sometimes walking around the park all day though, it kind of shakes around and it gets annoying and you're like, ugh, I don't want to wear this anymore. Especially if you're riding rides because you're constantly taking it off and things like that. So I thought that would be something fun and different to do. And if I don't want to wear them all day, I won't wear them all day. But I just thought that was really neat. And then you can just kind of pop the pin right on there and boom, done. So that's my first one. And like I said, I decided to show you that one, even though it's not really sewn or fiber art related. It is crafty and it's something that you guys can do. So there are 4 parks at Disney World. You have Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios. So we decided that we wanted 4 pairs of ears apiece. So that's 8 ears that we need to make. That way we have one for each park, but because we wanted a different theme for each park. So I think the pin trading ones, I'm probably going to wear that to Magic Kingdom. Because it's Magic Kingdom is a lot of different characters and things like that. And so I couldn't decide on just one theme to go with at Magic Kingdom. So I think I'm going to do that one at Magic Kingdom. And then for Kyle from Magic Kingdom, his favorite ride that's there is the Haunted Mansion, which is so amazing. I love it. It is one of my favorite rides as well. We go on it so many times that we probably drive my husband nuts when he has to write it over and over. But so it's just Kyle and I, we can kind of go crazy and write it a billion times. So he wanted Haunted Mansion ears, and but he didn't want something with like a big bow on it because he's a boy, and well, it's not even that he's a boy, because boys can wear bows, who cares? But he wanted something different. He didn't want just a big old bow, you know, in the middle. He wanted to do something funky and fun, and he really likes flowers. So he made Haunted Mansion Mickey ears. So here they are. They are over the top and crazy and beautiful. Look at that. What do you think? Do you guys like these? What are your favorite ones so far? Let me know. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So these are the Haunted Mansion ears. And with these, we did have to do a little bit of sewing. So the ears are fabric. So what we did was we took a purple, it's like a velour fabric kind of. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is. It's like a purple velour type of fabric. And what we did was we took that, and then we took see-through, like a see-through black lace fabric, and we sewed the black over the velour. That way you can see through it. I don't know if you can see that. Not here. Let me take them off. So you can see through the black fabric to see the purple underneath. Can you see that? There you go. That's a good. It's kind of blurry. Sorry, guys. But you can see the purple underneath, and then the black fabric is laid over the top. In the sunshine, I think it's going to be beautiful in the park. So we did that, and then he wanted black roses, so we put some black roses on here. We've got the white lace right here, and the cameo to represent, if you know anything about the Haunted Mansion ride, it represents the bride. And then just these fun little like branches. We've got a little black spider here. He really just wanted to make it very Haunted Mansion-like, and this is definitely that. And his favorite color is purple, so that kind of helps. So yeah, so this is going to be his ears at Magic Kingdom. So I thought that was pretty cool. So what we did was we took the ears and we traced around something so that it would give us about 4.5 to 5 inch ears, because you want them to be big enough, you know, you don't want tiny little ears that wouldn't look right. You want them to be big and like kind of fun. So we just traced it. I have a bowl that's about like that. We traced around that, cut out 4 pieces of fabric, 2 from the purple. We did 2 from the black lace. And then you put the wrong sides together you put the black lace over the purple, obviously, and then the black lace over the other piece of purple. And then you put the right sides together. So around the edge, leave the bottom open. We usually cut across then, across the bottom, or, you know, shape it kind of like an upside down smiley, so that it can sit on the ear or on the curve of the headband, like the ears. So then you do that, and then you can stuff them with stuffing if you want. Another thing that you could do is before you sew everything together, you can put interfacing on the back of the fabric just to make it a little bit stiffer, and then stuff it if you prefer that or whatever. For those particular ones, I didn't do any interfacing on it because I didn't need them to be as stiff. I typically put the interfacing though on the cotton ones, but with that velour fabric, I didn't feel like I needed to. It was better just to be kind of soft and squishy. So we just did that, and then you stuff it, you hot glue gun it onto the headband. I mean, lots of hot glue gunning here, guys. Hot glue gun it on, and then hot glue gun everything else. And with that one, we probably spent a little bit more. We probably spent close to $20 on all the stuff, because we had to get all the little flowers and all the different things. But it was very fun to make, and it still made it very, very creative and kind of over the top, and it's perfect. We love it. So that was a pretty easy project to do. Even if you're a beginner sewer, easy, just sew around like that. That's all you got to do. Made it very easy. So then the next one that I want to show you are mine. And these are what I am going to wear to Hollywood Studios at Disney. And one of my other favorite Disney movies, besides, I love Beauty and the Beast, I love Wizard of Oz, is Mary Poppins. I love Mary Poppins. So I decided I wanted Mary Poppins ears. So here we go. These are my Mary Poppins ears. These are what I'm going to wear to Hollywood Studios. Let me come a little closer again here. What do you think, guys? Does it look like Mary Poppins? Yeah, I really like them. What do you think about these ones? Let me know what you think down below. All right, so we're getting close to the end of what we have done. So which one's your favorite so far? So anyway, so these are Mary Poppins. You can see, so this is the blue that represents, she has a blue skirt and coat, and it's got like the white lacy shirt that she wears a lot. And she also has this white lacy, this white edging on her, her white apron when she's in the nursery with the kids. And then, you know, you have the bright red, beautiful bow, which definitely represents part of the penguin scene on the carousel and all of that, if you know what part I'm talking about with Bert. And then we've got her hat has a daisy in it and a little berry, so I had to add those. And then if you look right here, we've got an extra special little thing, which is a yellow measuring tape. And if you know anything about Mary Poppins, you know that she has a measuring tape that she pulls out, and it says practically perfect in every way when she's measuring herself and the children. So I had to add that on there. So that's that. And then the back just has a little black bow just to kind of go with one of her other outfits. So these are my Mary Poppins ears, and I'm very proud of them. I love them, and so far they're my favorite. So again, with these, kind of the same thing, except I took the blue fabric, and this is just a cotton, 100% cotton fabric. So with this one, I cut 4 pieces of the same size, and then I, when I put them inside out, when I put them together, when I put the right side of the fabric together so that I could sew the edge of the ears. I can't talk today. It's still early. So I could sew the edges of the fabric together. I put the ribbon in between the layers, kind of halfway, so that it was sticking out on each side of the fabric. That way, when I flipped it inside out, the fabric the ribbon would be sewn into the fabric already and sticking out a little bit so that it makes like this frilly edge. So again, you take the wrong side of the fabric, and then you put the ribbon right in between the 2 layers, right along the edge, so it's overlapping so that it's sticking out. Sew it, flip it inside out, and you're going to have it sticking out on this side. So that's what I did. And then the bow was really simple to make. I actually just went online and found a tutorial on how to make a fabric bow. And it has you make like a long rectangle, and then you fold it over, and then you fold it over again. Like, it's a whole little process, but it's very simple. I was surprised at how simple it was. And it showed you how to sew it and everything. It was very easy. You basically make like a long tube and then fold it over. And then you fold over a piece for the middle that they have you cut. And then everything is hot glue gunned on. Everything. And then down here, again, I just hot glue gunned more on here, right along there, to kind of cover up where the ear was glued on so you don't see any messy bits. So very simple. Very simple. I was shocked at how simple it was. So that's my Mary Poppins ears. Like I said, those are my favorite. And then I have one more pair. We still need a lot, because we each need 4 pairs of ears. And right now we each have 2 pairs of ears. So we still have 4 more pairs to make. So these are Kyle's that he's going to wear to Hollywood Studios, and they are Steamboat Willie ears, because he likes some of the old, like, original Mickey cartoons and stuff. So this is his. So we did a Steamboat Willie fabric, and this is just like an old black and white comic, a Disney comic. It doesn't have Steamboat Willie on it. I couldn't find the one I wanted for that, but it still works because it's an old black and white comic. And it's just cotton fabric also. So we did the same thing where we cut it. We cut 2 of this one, the comic one, 2 of this Steamboat Willie one, put the right sides together, sewed along the edges, cut the bottom to match the curve, stuffed them and glued them on. And then he wanted little red flowers, so we got some little red flowers, which are perfect for it. And then this right here is like a rope edging, and we just hot glued it all along the edge, all along the seam that we had sewn, basically. And then these were just buttons, like shirt buttons or whatever. They had a pack of these at Joann's. They had a ton of Disney buttons actually at Joann's. And this was a pack of Steamboat Willie ones. See, look at that. And so we just hot glue gun them on, and it's perfect. it fits with the theme perfectly. So that's the front of them. And then the back is just kind of the same thing with the extra flowers on there. So yeah. So these are the ones that Kyle's going to wear to Hollywood Studios while I wear my Mary Poppins ones there. So that's it. I have talked way too much. This vlog became a lot longer than I intended, but you got to see my Mickey ears. And I will keep you guys updated on our progress as we make our other ones. I'm going to make some for Epcot. I'll show you those and explain this to you once I get all the fabric for it. I'm still waiting on some of the pieces to come in the mail, but I'm going to make some Epcot ones. I want to make some Starbucks Disney ones. That sounds so silly to some of you, I'm sure, but all the Disney parks have Starbucks in them now, and I'm obsessed with Starbucks, and I love Disney. So I already have a shirt picked out and everything. I just need to make the ears. So I think I'm going to make Starbucks Mickey ears. I might wear those to Animal Kingdom because I can't come up with a theme that I want for Animal Kingdom. The only other thing I could think of was I thought about maybe doing the movie Up from Disney ears, because at the Animal Kingdom, they now have the Up bird show. So you get to meet Kevin and she's like the big bird in the movie that they kind of become friends with, if you've ever seen Up. And it's a sweet movie because of Carl and his wife and their whole love story and all that. So I thought about doing some kind of ears dealing with that, or like a wilderness adventure ears, because it kind of fits with the Animal Kingdom theme, and there's wilderness adventure things to do at Animal Kingdom. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to do it or not, because I still really want Starbucks ears, but at the same time, I'm like, do I want to theme it to the Animal Kingdom or just wear Starbucks ears? I don't know. And then that would mean that I still have to come up with Kyle's ears for, because he still needs ones for Epcot and Animal Kingdom. So, but he's so creative, he'll come up with something, because he came up with the whole design for the Haunted Mansion ones, and he did such a good job. All I had to do was help him sew it and glue it. So yeah, I think they're fantastic. So that's where we are, and I will keep you guys updated. I know I'm such a nerd. I'm over the top with this whole Disney thing, but I really love it, and I'm excited about it. Something else that I had sewn for the trip is I made like a little hip pouch that's got Mickey Mouse on it, instead of like this, like the fanny pack or whatever, because I didn't really like that look. I decided to do like a hip pouch, so it's a little bit flatter, and it has like some flat pockets. I can't talk. Some flap pockets on the front, and it's got like a zipper. I'm not like the most proud of it because it's not the best sewing job, but I might show you guys it in a future episode. I'll let you know. Anyway, so let me know what you guys want to see. I have some stuff planned coming up. Hopefully this spring sometime, maybe summer, I plan on doing showing you guys some yarns from my friend Amanda. She has a company called Geektastic Fibers, or Geektastic Fiber, I believe. I'll link it down below so you guys have the correct information to all her yarns and everything. They're amazing, and they all have a geeky theme, which is super cool. Superheroes and TV shows and just all kinds of fun stuff. So I will link those down below so you guys can check it out. But I'm hoping to do a video just going over her stuff. I'm hoping to get a box of goodies that I can purchase from her to show you guys. And because I believe she has like some enamel pins coming out or something, and maybe some bags. She has all kinds of stuff coming up. I need to check. She just moved, so she's trying to get caught back up again and get her business all set up where she's at now. But she's up and running, and she's just going to start building up stock and whatnot. And I will show you guys and probably do a video on that. And I have some other things planned that I want to show you guys and go over. So anyway, so yeah, please comment, guys. Let me know what you want to see, what you want to talk about, and I will do my best to accommodate you. Please share my videos. Let people know that I'm here. I don't want to be rich and famous. I just want to share with other fiber artists that love this kind of stuff. And I will keep you updated on anything that I can come up with or think of. There's lots of new products that are out there that I'd love to share with you guys and talk about, lots of new yarns. So yes, let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you next time. And thank you for stopping by and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. So have a good day. Bye.